This is Corey.
And Patricia.
And we are talking, and this is the name of our podcast.
We are talking.
And this is, if you haven't heard about Anchor Podcast, it's a free podcast. It's a free app where you can download your podcast. Right. They create certain tools that allow you to edit your own podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor, they're going to distribute your podcast, whether it's to Spotify, Apple, Google, or many more places. You also can make money from your podcast with no minimal listeners. It's easier. It's everything you need to make it a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Go.
This is Corey.
This is Patricia.
This is Corey and Patricia talking. And welcome to a new episode of our podcast.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this week?
Hello.
It is Saturday, October the 10th. It's almost mid-October already.
Yeah. It is almost fall.
Yeah, it's fall. It's a rainy Saturday here in South Carolina.
Yeah, it's gloomy, but it's nice. It's nice.
So how you been doing this week?
I've been good. I've been okay. You?
I've been fine.
Tripping today, weren't you?
Yeah, we doing this without our little microphone. We can't seem to find it. I think I had it wrapped up in another bag. It might have got thrown away. I don't know. Or I misplaced the one, but I have it before.
Where your ring at?
Somewhere in the bed.
Oh.
You were rushing me to get up this morning.
No, I was not. No, I was not.
So this is a new episode in a series we're doing. We talking about marriage. Mainly we using our experience with being married.
Yep.
Since 2012, but we going to also talk about general stuff. And we decided to do a series on this. Last week we done one. What was it called? Marriage, Forgiveness, and Communication.
Yeah.
We haven't thought about the title of this yet. We just gonna touch on some topics. Topics like, once again, communication. We didn't really talk about it a lot last week.
Yeah.
We just kind of touched on that. We want to touch on that. Spending time together, because when you both working, you got other things like church and it's time. When you're busy, just trying to get that time in together. And we may also touch on finances a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to touch on some other stuff as well. So thank y'all joining us for this episode. Yeah, we sound a little weird. We don't have the microphone. We just going using the phone. Just going to record straight off the phone.
Okay. You ready?
Go ahead. What you got to add? What you got to start with?
Last time, like you said, we talked about communication, and we didn't really talk about it. We were just talking about what forgiveness.
That's the name of forgiveness and communication. We jumped around. We talked about a lot of
stuff.
Yeah. Probably do that again today.
Yeah. Okay, so communication is basically the main key of a marriage and working towards a relationship.
Yes, it's one of the things.
I know sometimes in marriage it's a lot going on. Like he said, it's different things that that's taking place in the other individual, but you still have to make time to communicate and spend time with one another. Because if you do not, you can draw apart. You find yourself talking to someone else, and you're like, okay, well, my husband or my wife is not talking to you, then you end up talking to somebody else, not as per se as a man, but communicating with a woman or a man, but you have to find time to communicate with your spouse. It's very, very important to do that. So you have to make time for one another, even though that person or yourself working, going to the gym, school. By the time you get home, you all winding down, and you don't want to talk. Really,
a lot of times it could be work too. If you're on different shifts.
I mean, yeah.
Like if someone's working the morning shift, or someone working the afternoon shift. Like my wife get up about an hour and a half before I do. I don't go into work till 9, so she go. What time you going? 8, 7.
Yeah.
So you get up earlier. And I come home late. I get home after. Well, I get up at 5:30. I get home after 6 sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's on the phone or she's studying, and I go in there and sit in the chair and try to wind down a little bit. She always say, "I'm on my phone a lot." Yeah, I've been busy all day trying to check stuff with this podcast and other things, and just communication. One of the things we talking on, and just trying to communicate better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you both got to put down the smartphone. And also just having that time and not being, even when you're busy, sometimes it's just, like I usually text her sometime on my break. It's different forms of communication. Text, talk. A lot of times I text if I'm busy, if I'm doing something, or I'm on break, and I just wait till I get home. I don't text a lot.
Right. Right.
Or one of us got like a doctor's appointment or anything or something.
Yeah, one of us to take a day off, or take a half a day. Try to spend time with one another. Sometimes I text him and be like, well, you want to eat lunch together?
Yeah, she'll bring me lunch.
Yeah. So.
Because of COVID, a lot of movie theaters, some of them just now open up, and some of them closing back down to next year. So.
Right.
We don't have any movie dates that we come home and try to watch something on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something. Or we'll go out and get something, like I'll take a half a day. I took a half a day Friday, but we didn't get to do anything. I forgot you had a
engagement.
Yeah, a service to go to.
Yeah.
So I said, oh my God, I forgot about that. So I took the day off early.
Yeah. And see, with that, I knew, but he was gonna, take the day off early, but I had already, made plans to go, service someone that evening.
You went to a church service?
Yeah. So.
They didn't say it right.
I mean, whatever. I still need to do what I had to do. It's like ushering. So yeah. Okay, so that was.
Just keep
it's
talking.
Very important, and it makes a difference. It makes a lot of difference to communicate. So.
Yeah, I mean, text. We communicate about text, talking. Like sometimes when I'm at work, I just don't have time to talk. I don't want to talk on my break. It's like I get 15 minutes and I get a 30-minute lunch break. I really ain't got time. So we should send like short messages.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I get off, I try to wind down, and she's either studying, reading the Bible, or sometimes she's on the phone with someone.
Yeah. So that was basically what I wanted to talk about: communication, how important it is to communicate with your spouse,
and just making an effort.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get upset with each other, or you can just have other stuff on your mind, busy at work, or worrying about a family member, or just You know how any old thing comes
and then
up.
You be upset. You be lashing out on that person, and the person ain't even do nothing. You just you just lash out at that person. Get out of here. Stuff stuff like that. You did it. You did it. You caused it. Just stuff stuff like that. It just makes a difference when you communicate and just okay. Even if you come to that person like a few minutes later and be like, okay,
apologize.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Forgive me. And it's totally up to that person to accept that apology, because you could really hurt them and they can still be angry while you still walking around here happy and stuff, and the other individual is still upset because you lashed out at that person. And that's where forgiveness come in at. You get what I'm saying? So it makes a difference to communicate, even though you're angry. Tell that person how you feel.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still angry with you lashing out on me. It really hurt because you lashed out on me for no reason, and that person still was happy and stuff, and you just upset. You going to bed angry, and that's not good to do that. Hold on to something. So
yeah, that's true. Some good information and good things to know.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to touch on a couple other things.
Keep it moving.
I couldn't even think of I made the list.
Kept my hands like Miyagi style.
Yeah, I always delete this thing. I always get it when I'm gonna talk about. I always.
Yeah.
My hand probably hitting. What else I want to touch on? Also, finances.
Okay.
I think that's one of the main reasons people divorce is finances plays a huge part too.
Like Paul said, that thing ought not to be so. But yeah.
It's one of the top reasons for divorce.
Yeah.
They just managing money and just explaining your personal finances with your spouse. That's some of the things you should do really before you get married. Where you at, where your credit at. That's a big part of everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said money problems is the number one factor in divorce. And also, that's how things you wish you would have known early in the relationship. That is one of them. How you gonna do your finances? Mm-hmm. How you gonna save? That's some stuff that you should actually discuss before you get married. You're gonna marry that person, or you engage. Get some financial planning. How you gonna get what they call that wedding marriage counseling. Should go get some financial counseling as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the number one killer of marriages. Most studies say it's the number one killer. Just
number one killer.
Making a plan.
Sorry.
And that's fine. Making a plan and how you gonna save. Having a what they call that savings. What they call that?
Joint account or
not a joint account, but a savings, emergency savings.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes a lot of people do have that, but people get laid off, especially in this era with the COVID era pandemic. A lot of people out of work are just so their finances are really jacked up. But yeah, going through marriage counseling, you also get financial counseling. That should help. That will help a lot, because a lot of things you may think I wish I would have known this earlier, and how to save and how to invest, and just having how you're gonna have a joint account. This going to be joint. You're gonna have your separate accounts. You're gonna have that emergency fund account. If something go, somebody gets sick, if you don't got insurance, something happens to your car.
Yeah.
So financial planning is a big thing.
Financial planning, I like that.
And I think some things it's better to learn before you get married. And you just kind of learn it on the fly. And you may still have that experience with managing money, and things come up. You got a credit card. Someone want to spend too much. You got to join a credit card. Sometimes people are not honest about finances.
Yeah.
They doing something, spending, and you heard stories of people spending and hiding stuff from their spouse.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, women buying, clothes, or guy buying stuff for the car, or buying another firearm and just hiding it. She don't need to know about that. Or he don't need to know about it.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I didn't use the joint money, but I used my money. But what if that money needs to go for your house payment, or for a utility bill, or for car insurance, or for something else? So that's definitely money management, and just discussing how you're going to work your finances.
Yeah.
That is a big problem. I mean, it's a big problem in general, not just for married couples, but that can put a lot of pressure on your marriage, put a lot of strain on your marriage. And it goes with communication. You got to talk about those things.
Right.
Sometimes you got a problem, whether it's a gambling problem or drug or drinking problem.
Right.
Somebody wonder what's going on with the money. They may have a issue.
Yeah.
Or they just don't know how to budget.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff we wish you should. A lot of people should learn at a younger age, but they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. So what do you think about it?
I think you're correct. I think you. I mean, you're right. There's nothing I can add or take away from it, but
also you can just have money spending habits.
Yeah.
Like everybody got something that they like, whether electronics or whatever it is. You just spend.
What you call those type people that
But some people,
when you
got a thing where they can get money back, they'll spend something, but they'll sell something. I want to get another phone, so I sell my old phone.
Oh yeah.
I want to get another, whatever. I want to get another television. Well, I don't need this. I'll sell this one.
Yeah.
You got all these apps out where you can sell your stuff that you're not using, whether it's clothes, electronics, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a new whatever. So a lot of people like jewelry. People don't sell jewelry a lot. Some do.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they want to build their jewelry up. And, especially if you got gold and silver, you keep that. That's a good thing. That's a good investment.
Yep.
Jewelry is a good investment.
What you call those type people, like when you depressed and on the way there, that person will feel better if you go shop and buy something.
What do they call that? It's not gift shopping. Some people say they want to, what they call it, when they want to help themselves,
Yeah.
they call it a, trying to think of something.
I think that's a lot. There's a lot going on in today's society too, as well. When you depressed really bad, and hey, I think I'm gonna go shopping, buy me some new pair of shoes.
You got something called compulsive spending when you just buy.
So.
Yeah, a lot of people say they want to treat themselves, but some people just
go overboard.
It ain't gotta be depression. You just how they use money. They may have never been trained or even taught by their parents. That's how they get it. They get it and they spend it.
Yeah.
They get it and they spend it. Yeah. We hear that in the black community a lot, because they're saying we spend so much money.
We don't even leave tips at restaurants.
Well, I do.
When I say we, I mean the African American minority. That's what reviews said. Surveys said that we don't leave the 10%. We leave the less than 10% of leaving the tip.
Sometimes it depends on the service as well. But yeah, what I was talking about. spending.
You said compulsive spending.
Compulsive spending.
Right.
And people want to treat themselves a lot. Yeah. A lot of times they wouldn't talk about their parents because their parents done the same thing. I was talking about the black community. We spend a lot of money. Mm-hmm. They were saying how the dollar don't stay in the African American. I'm gonna say black community, long as it should. Cause a lot of times we spend it.
Yeah.
Now you see a lot on social media. A lot of people are in the buying stocks, in the investing.
Yep.
Buying property. I mean, I think black folks already have done it, but we are also in our community. We tend to spend a lot of money too. Spend a lot. Also getting life insurance. We've been talking about life insurance. It's a big thing as well. But we talking about spending for marriages though. But like I said earlier, a lot of times you get that training from your parents really. Or, I don't think schools do that much, but what you got to add to that?
Nothing. That's keeping moving.
Okay. I don't know what this. I send these emails to myself. I don't know what I be doing to them. Let me see. I just had it up here. But I think my hand be hitting it and I be moving it to one of these other.
Yeah.
One of these other. Anything to add?
No, I
got some more stuff, but I'm trying to find this. I make notes and I always send it to my other phone.
Yeah.
But I was like, what did I do with it?
So yeah, that's some good information.
Yeah, spending time, financing. Okay, that's pretty much. So what else you got to add about marriage? Just a lot of other stuff to talk about.
I mean, of course, but I'm not gonna try to bush everything in on one podcast. I mean, of course it is. I want to make it a series.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just throw stuff in, and I just want people to just think about what we had already talked about, finance, and of course, communication
and spending.
Time. Yeah. But I don't just want to jot everything in, on one podcast, of course. So, with that being said, I was thinking about entertainment business. Mm-hmm. So, a long-time rock star, which is Eddie Van Halen, that's his name?
Yeah.
Who passed away recently.
Okay.
He was 64, 65?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I used to listen to him a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's one of the greats, so.
Yeah. Good talk. Was it the song "Shot Through the Heart"? Was that Guns N' Roses?
I don't know.
You're to blame. You get love. I think that was John Bon Jovi, I believe. But whatever. But anyway, yeah, he passed away. So that went down in the entertainment. Just to give you a quick update on everything. So, but yeah, like what we were saying, that's basically what we want to talk about. It's very, very important that you communicate. Very important that you get situated in the finance before you get married. Mm-hmm. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row.
That's exactly right.
So you got any regrets? So what you saying? You got any regrets or what?
I was looking at.
I'm asking you a question, man.
We all got regrets. Without working on my finances better.
Yeah. I think that, like he was saying, you should get like financial counseling.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That should be involved in your marriage counseling.
Yeah. Or credit counseling.
Yeah, credit counseling.
And as well as marriage counseling. All three work together.
And that comes with communication too, letting you know your spouse to be, where you at.
Yeah. So remember
financially and where your credit is at.
Yeah. So you guys, if you don't remember, go back and listen to this podcast. But the main 3 point is marriage counseling, credit counseling, and financial counseling. Mm-hmm. counseling. You know, those three main stabilities that go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So it's just this awesome podcast that we, came up with. Of course, there's some more podcasts out there like that, but we just want to be as real as possible. With you guys.
This is a series we doing.
Yeah.
In our podcast.
Of course, it's being real. Of course. So, with that being said, hopefully we have that special guest.
This is Corey.
This is Patricia.
This is Corey and Patricia talking, and welcome to our podcast. This is an ad about voting called Democracy Works. Democracy Works is a tool created to it breaks down options of your state offers when casting a ballot and empower you to decide when to vote. It's also it helps you out. You can check it out. And you can sign up for election reminders, see what's on your ballot. It's a step-by-step assistant. And you also request mail balloting. So check out this website, Democracy Works. Thank you. We want to thank y'all for joining us. This is Corey.
This is Patricia.
It's Corey and Patricia talking.